If someone had told her that jealousy could make girls to poison her, she could have laughed, but now, looking back, she realized that envy wears the softest smile and speaks in the sweetest tone before it strikes. Her real name, Miracle, came from her mother's tears of joy. She was the only girl in a rich but humble family. Her father was a hardworking man who built his life with honesty. Her mother was gentle, her laughter bright enough to heal a sad heart. Their home was peaceful, a wide compound filled with flowers, bird songs, and the smell of freshly cooked food. But peace began to slip away quietly, like wind leaving a sail. It started with small things. Whenever Miracle walked through the city square, 4 girls, Amelia, Blessing, Precious, and Benita, would whisper and giggle. At first, she thought it was harmless fun. She even smiled once, hoping to show she meant no harm. But one afternoon, as she passed them on her way to buy palm oil, she heard Blessing hiss, "See how she walks like she owns the whole city. Just because her face fine small." Miracle froze. Her heart pounded. She turned and met their eyes. The girl smiled sweetly, but their eyes glowed with something she didn't understand, something sharp, almost like hate. "Good afternoon," she said softly. Benita replied, rolling her eyes. "Fine girl greeting us. Wonders shall never end." Miracle forced a small smile and walked away. Her legs felt weak. That evening, she told her mother everything. Her mother sighed and said gently, "My daughter, when light shines, shadows follow. Don't let their words break you." But the whispers didn't stop. They grew louder. Every time she appeared in the market, someone would say, "Snake girl," or "Beauty is not an achievement," or "Let's see if any man can marry her without charm." They laughed, clapped, and mocked. Miracle pretended she didn't care, but the moment she got home, she would close her door and cry quietly into her pillow. Her mother began to worry. "I don't want those girls to harm her out of jealousy," she told her husband one night. Her father only shook his head. "They are just girls talking. Don't worry." But Miracle started to worry. She stopped going to the market. She stayed indoors, reading, cooking, or looking out of the window at the girls laughing outside. She wanted friends too, someone to gist with, someone to share secrets with, but all she had were her thoughts. One afternoon, as she watered the flowers, she noticed the same 4 girls standing near the gate. They were whispering and laughing again. Then Amelia said loudly, "Let's see how long her beauty will save her." The others laughed harder. Miracle felt a cold chill run through her chest. For the first time, she wondered if their laughter could ever turn dangerous. Days turned into weeks, and Miracle's loneliness grew heavier than her silence. Her room, once filled with music and laughter, now felt like a cage. Every sound outside reminded her of the girls' giggles. Every whisper sounded like her name said with mockery. Then one bright morning, something unexpected happened. As she swept the veranda, she heard a gentle knock at the gate. When she opened it, she saw Amelia, the leader of the 4 girls, standing there with a shy smile. "Good morning, Miracle," Amelia said softly, her voice sweet like honey. "We came to say sorry. We were just joking before. Can we start again as friends?" Miracle's heart lifted a little. She had always wanted peace. Behind Amelia stood Blessing, Precious, and Benita, each wearing what looked like friendly smiles. Miracle hesitated, but her mother's words echoed in her mind, "Kindness wins more battles than anger." She nodded. "All right. Come in." The girls laughed lightly and entered the compound. They helped her clean the flower pots, told stories, and even shared jokes. Miracle began to feel warm inside again. Maybe things were changing after all. After a while, Amelia said, "We're having a small get-together tomorrow at my house. Come, please. It's just drinks, laughter, and fun. You need to come out more." Miracle smiled. I'll ask my mother. Her mother frowned when she mentioned it. You sure they truly changed? They looked sincere, Mama, Miracle said hopefully. I think they just want to be friends now. Her father nodded slightly. Let her go. She needs friends. The next day, Miracle wore her simple yellow gown and braided her hair neatly. When she arrived at Amelia's house, everything seemed perfect: balloons, music, snacks, laughter. The girls hugged her and handed her a cup of juice. To new friendship, Benita said, smiling widely. To new friendship, Miracle replied, raising her cup. Just as she was about to drink, a boy named David, Amelia's cousin, ran into the room, panting. Amelia! Grandma is calling you, he shouted. The girls looked startled. Amelia dropped her own cup quickly and ran out. Miracle paused. Something about the sudden rush made her uneasy. As she lowered her cup, David whispered quietly, "Don't drink that. Please." Her hand froze. "Why?" she whispered back. David's eyes darted nervously. "I overheard them in the kitchen. They said they'll teach you a lesson, that your beauty will sleep today." Miracle's heart began to race. She quickly stood up, pretending to stretch. "I think I left something at home," she said with a shaky smile. "Already?" Blessing asked. "Yes, I'll be back soon." She left the house calmly, but once she turned the corner, she ran as fast as her legs could carry her. Tears streamed down her face. By the time she reached home, she was shaking. Her mother saw her pale face and rushed to her. "What happened?" Miracle could barely speak. "Mama, they tried to poison me." Her mother's eyes widened in horror. The sound of the gate opening made them both turn. Standing there was David, panting, holding the untouched cup in his hand. "Mama," he said breathlessly, "this is the cup. I think you need to see this." Miracle's mother's hands trembled as she took the cup from David. The juice inside looked innocent, sweet, fresh, and harmless. But when she brought it close to her nose, she smelled something strange. It wasn't fruit. It was bitter, like ground leaves mixed with something burnt. Her voice shook. "David, are you sure this came from them?" "Yes, Ma," the boy said, nodding fast. "I saw Blessing pour something from a small black bottle before they called her to drink." Miracle felt her legs weaken. Her heart thudded loudly. She could still see their smiling faces, their soft voices. So, it was all a lie. Her mother called her father immediately. Within minutes, he arrived with two elders from the neighborhood. They decided to take the matter to Amelia's house at once. When they reached there, the girls were still laughing, pretending like nothing happened. But the moment they saw David holding the cup, the laughter died. "Amelia," Miracle's father said sternly, "what did you put in this drink?" "Drink? What drink?" she said quickly, forcing a smile. "Don't lie," David said boldly. "I saw you. You said she would sleep forever. You said beauty without peace is useless." Benita gasped and slapped his arm. "You're lying." "Enough," Miracle's father shouted. His deep voice silenced everyone. He turned to the elders. "Please, check this drink." One of the elders, a wise old man named Paul Alfred, sniffed the cup. His face changed. "This is poison," he said quietly. "A slow one. It makes the heart weak until it stops." A deep silence fell on the room. The girls' faces turned pale. Amelia began to cry. "We didn't mean to kill her. We just wanted to scare her a little, make her weak so she wouldn't act proud." "Proud?" Miracle's voice cracked. "I never acted proud. I only tried to be kind." Tears rolled down her cheeks as she spoke. The pain in her heart was not just from betrayal but from confusion. Why did kindness attract so much hate? Her mother held her tight, whispering, "You did nothing wrong, my child." Sometimes people hate the light because it shows their darkness. The elders took the matter seriously. The girl's parents were called. They all cried and begged for forgiveness, promising to discipline their daughters. The city buzzed with the news, the girls who tried to poison Beauty. For many weeks, people came to their house, bringing gifts, prayers, and comfort. But Miracle stayed quiet. She had learned something deep, that not everyone who smiles truly loves you, and that beauty without humility draws both love and danger. Still, she didn't let fear win. One evening, she walked back to the market for the first time. People watched her, whispering again. But this time, she didn't lower her head. She smiled gently, bought her things, and walked proudly home. From that day, everyone called her not just Beauty, but Miracle the Brave. And whenever young girls asked her why she still smiled after all that happened, she would say softly, "Because true beauty is not in the face. It is in the heart that forgives." Moral of the story: jealousy is a silent poison. It often hides behind smiles and sweet words, but when left to grow, it can destroy lives and friendships. True beauty comes from kindness and courage. A pretty face may draw attention, but a pure heart wins lasting respect. Never let envy control your heart. What you hate in others might be the very thing you need to grow within yourself. Forgiveness is strength, not weakness. Miracle showed that even after betrayal, peace belongs to the one who forgives and moves forward. Don't dim your light to please others. Shine with humility and goodness. The right people will love you for who you truly are. Before you go, remember, more timeless tales await. Subscribe, like, and share AB Folktale Stories, where wisdom lives forever.